Oh yeah, what's going on, guys? So, as every year, you guys know, Jags for a little while now has been bringing out the Hati, what do you call it? The Hati paws and the skull boots. Now, I normally wouldn't really make a video on it, but this year it is a little bit different than the previous years. Obviously, like you guys know, the gained experience thing where we get even like things like Soph now, it doesn't really give you the actual experience. It just gives you bonus experience in the skill. As you guys know, things like BA Horn and things like even Still in Creation now. If you get the tools, you click on it, you gain bonus experience in the skill. You don't actually have to use a tool anymore. You don't have to use the BA Horn. You don't have to wield it, things like that. Same thing applies with the Hati this year as well. I believe this one was a skull, though. You get the skull boots. All you gotta do is click on them, and you guys will gain the bonus experience. I gained, I think it was 599k 595k bonus agility, and I also gained, or I think if you do wood cutting, guys, I believe you get around 750k wood cutting bonus. I'm not 100% on that though. That's just what my friend told me. For some reason, they did wood cutting instead of agility, but I guess they didn't really want to train agility ever, and I guess maybe they would train wood cutting sometime, so they chose wood cutting. But yeah, I believe agility. I mean, it's not exactly too much better now to choose it on agility than it is wood cutting, because BA is like 15 minutes, a bonus 100k agility experience. So it's not too much of a difference anymore, unfortunately. But it's still the matter of saving a lot more time using it on agility. But so besides that, you also get bonus experiences here. I got 200 and I think it was 44k bonus divination, somewhere around there. You guys will see in the background footage the exact bonus I got. But the way you guys get this bonus experience, by the way, you can choose divination and prayer for it. I would suggest obviously using on divination, but if you guys like level 1 divination, you probably want to use it on prayer if you're not 99 prayer yet, because it can save you a lot of money. And unfortunately, prayer is very expensive nowadays. I think myself for prayer, I'm going to be spending around 28 GP and XP with Frostbones. It used to be just around like 12 GP and XP before 07 came out, and that's unfortunately where I sold all my Frostbones. But hey, so it's gone up a lot ever since, because no more bots and things like that. So it's still worth it to use it on prayer, but definitely I use it on divination because it saved me a lot more time. The GP I would have saved from the prayer, I think, would have been around 6 or 7 mil. I would have saved if I actually used prayer, maybe even more than that, depending on the method you normally train with it. So if you want to save a lot of money, then yeah, go ahead and do that. But the divination does save you a lot of time as well, so that's kind of nice to know. But yeah, you guys will see in the background footage, the way I obtained that was whenever you go to Relica, you go to the western side. There's that big fire pit that you guys saw. That is where you put a bunch of logs into a fire pit. I assume World 48 is probably the most active one, where it's probably more full more often. If you go to a random world, you probably won't find anyone there. Maybe like a few people wood cutting their logs and getting it. But World 48 probably by far is the best place to go for it. If you don't have 2400, you probably cannot go in there. So I'm not too sure what other world it would be. Try World 2, try World like 84, busy worlds maybe. But besides that, of course, World 84 was the World 48 was the world I used for myself. And yeah, you kill the wolf, and you guys get 2 different drops in total. Well, you get 3, including the skull boots. You get a spear and a helmet, and you need each of these things, which, by the way, you can trade. I mean, like, I believe you can actually just give them to people as well. I saw a spear on the ground that wasn't mine. I think someone just dropped it. So I assume you can just trade them if you want for free. But whenever I was first doing this, people were trading helmets and spears for each other. Because if you kill it twice, you get 2 spears. You try to find someone that has 2 helmets, and you guys just switch. Obvious thing. And then you run all the way to the Golden Apple Tree, which is exactly west of that place. And then you just use them items on the girl that you guys will see in my own video in the background. And that is where you get your bonus divination experience or prayer. So like I said, if you are like level 1 divination, I'm not too sure how much bonus you're going to get. But I would still probably go with prayer at that point if you're not 99 prayer either. But for me, on both accounts, I use it on divination. Of course, on my newbie account, I use it on divination as well. And last but not least, of course, for the combat experience, this is like a crazy. I fucking love this event, man. It's fucking awesome. But now for the combat experience, as always, you gotta kill the wolf, or the wolf. This one's called the Hati wolf, and the other one's called the skull wolf or something like that. But yeah, the Hati wolf it's exactly the same spot as all the time. It's right where the Relica lodestone is, and then it's straight south of there. And I think there's a place a little bit to the to the east of there. So it's 3 different spots, I think, or something like that. The spawn rates seem to be very, very slow. I think I had to wait I waited about 40 minutes or so for it to spawn, and I killed it on my account, and I didn't actually get the gloves. So if you guys didn't know that, I don't think you can always get the gloves. I think it does go on a percentage of how much you hit on it as well. I think the more you hit, I guess the better percentage you have, or it's just completely lucky. But I didn't get no fucking drop. I got a spear drop, I believe, and then so I had to wait for the next one to spawn. I still have not killed it yet. I let that place 40 minutes of waiting. I was fletching, so I wasn't wasting too much experience, but 40 minutes of that shit, and I was like, wow, this thing's not going to come. So I just kind of left. So that kind of sucks. But as you guys saw in the background, I did do it on my newbie account. I just randomly logged on. I just fucking found it in like 2 seconds. I was like, wow. So I got really lucky on that one. And as you guys saw, I got over 700k plus of bonus experience. For the combat, I don't really know which one's the most efficient one to use it on. I would assume range, because range is kind of costly, I guess, because cannonballs cost a lot of money, and chins are not really too much money. But I mean, I don't know. I just use it on range just because I just felt like it. But I'm not really too sure which one's the most efficient to use it on. Mage and melee are both AFK basically. The combat ones are all really fast. I'd probably say range if you want to save some money out of all of them. But anyways, so yeah, that wraps up the this here once again for the Hati. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next video. And as always, if you watched it and you liked it, give it a big dig like.